Taurus, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your Love Sitch spread for January 2022. So we're going to take a look at your love situation. We're going to take a look at the energy that you have around this situation, the energy that your person you're thinking about, what their energy is around this situation. We're going to look at the energy that binds the two of you together, possible outcome, possible energy you don't see coming. And we are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anyone else. Well, let's see, here we go, Taurus. And then we'll do some clarifying along the way too. We've got the King of Cups. It's pretty dark. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Knight of Swords. And the Fool. Okay, Taurus. So the Page of Wands reversed for me is somebody closing a door. And it looks like somebody was pretty harsh about that door closing. Here's the King of Cups. This is the in-love king. So someone who was in love closed a door, did it in a pretty clear-cut way with this Knight of Swords business. And here's the Fool. Somebody kind of went on their own way. So let's go ahead and start clarifying that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward here, but what the? I mean, the in-love king, something happened, the door was closed, or someone was approached and they were denied. Someone was approached and very clearly, maybe very directly, somebody was given the no, N-O. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and this King of Cups is talking about already healing from this. Let's look at this door closing. Yeah, it's like somebody made an offer and the offer was denied. This Knight of Swords is somehow, I feel like this person maybe even said, no, this is just absolutely not the right time. And it looks like maybe they just got out of something. And what they're doing is they're rebuilding. This is even like maybe possibly going off and doing something on their own. Just being alone for a time. And yeah, they're isolating themselves somehow. They're going off on their own journey and isolating themselves somehow. Okay, let's take a look at your energy around the situation, Taurus. Wow, the cards even were kind of scattered there. I feel like there's some scattered energy, or there's just like energy all over the place sort of thing. But here's the World. If this was you or if this was somebody else, you are saying, okay, that just seems so dark. I hope you can see that, Taurus. This is moving through another threshold. This is completing one thing and totally starting the next. It's the next journey into the next world. So yeah, and you're saying you're on to the next love. On to the next, pursuing the next passion. Here's the Eight of Swords and it's reversed. And this is all about looking at the past. Here's the Eight of Swords also. Looking at the past, and these are the stories we tell ourselves. These are self-imposed limitations and yours are reversed. You're saying, I lift those self-imposed limitations. I'm not going to be limited and I'm going to continue on. I'm also going to learn from the past and evolve into the future. And here's this Queen of Swords. This is my favorite card in this deck. I love it. But this Queen of Swords takes no BS. It's also like, whatever this is, you're not, whether you ended something with someone and you're moving on and wanting to be alone for a time, or whether someone just told you they're not ready yet. Either way, you're like, it's kind of all good. I'm not going to sit and wallow and be upset about it. I am moving on. I'm moving on. I'm getting clear with my intrinsic interpretation of the world, and that's how it's going to be. Let's see, the person that you're thinking of, what are they thinking about? What are they doing? Here they are, and this is my therapy card. So a lot of times this is collaborating with someone in order to gain a different perspective on the world. And that's also, well, let's see what comes out here before I say that. Here's the Two of Swords. This is about them making a decision. They're talking about a decision that has been made. And here's the Six of Swords. This is a rite of passage, moving on to less troubled waters. This is all a lot of stuff in the head and in the mind. Wow, even more so. And here's the Page of Swords. Okay, so this person, it seems like, is doing a lot of spying on you. So what it looks like is you've moved on from something. There was a decision made, you've moved on from something, and they are still checking in on you. So whether they're checking in on you outrightly so, or they're looking at your social media and just getting access to your information in that way, they're still paying attention to you. And this is like, they still want to collaborate with you. So let's take a look at yours. You're like, I have completed a full circle here. And I'm not giving to two. I'm not spreading myself too thin. The cards kind of were shuffling crazy there for a second. Like there's a lot of energy going on around you, but you look pretty clear. Like I'm not spreading myself too thin here when it comes to love. Whoa. And here's the Three of Pentacles. Okay, it's very possible that you said no to someone because they're already in some kind of commitment. And this is what's coming up for you too. You're like, I'm pretty clear about what it is that I want. And I've got it in my mind. I see the big picture. And this Queen of Swords, I know I want someone who's committed to me. Okay. And they're saying, here's this third party, and they're not really holding any big boundaries around it. A decision's been made for, they're definitely feeling that decision to walk away. Like you decided to walk away and they are feeling it, they're acknowledging it, and they're talking about going through a rite of passage. Again, they're talking about this decision was made, that this ending, they're totally acknowledging the end of this. And they're still looking to see if you're with someone new or you're with someone else after you've broken it off with them. Okay. What's the energy that the two of you share together? It really feels like you're like, I have a lot of love to give, but I don't have enough for more than the person that I want. Okay, so both of you are acknowledging that this is not the same star, that this is not your highest and your greatest potential. Both of you are acknowledging that there are messages going back and forth. So it doesn't totally feel like you have ended communication with this person, or at least you're going to be talking to this person more, or they're going to be contacting you somehow. They definitely, you're on their mind. They're thinking about you. And it's, this person, it's like, I'm a married person, but I'm acting single. There's somebody who feels not fully confident or not fully like they can trust themselves to make decisions. Somebody feels like they've been pushed off the pedestal, kind of. Let's clarify some of that. And the star, what I'm hearing is a disruption. Here's the sun, which is also a big star. And it's like there's a lot of good healing here. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of joy that both of you are acknowledging that you bring each other. And it's like this closure is difficult, but there are these ending communications that are happening to get some things off your chest, or they're feeling like that toward you. There's like closure. I don't feel like this person wants closure with you but they also like feel like they need closure. I say that, but the thing is, it's almost like they contact you and they're saying that they want closure, but actually that's exactly what they don't want. They want to talk to you, and they might even think they want closure, but that's not really what they're wanting. This person, married person, acting single or not having the confidence within themselves, this is like needing to cut things off with something, needing to seek the truth. This is all about honor and integrity and being pushed off the pedestal. Yeah, so they're not ready to let this go. They're not ready to live life without your energy in their field. They don't want you to move on. They don't want to move on. Okay, so what is a possible outcome for this month, Taurus? Possible outcome for this month. Yeah, this is a single this is a partner person acting single, or this is a person who is committed to something and they're distracted. And here's the Emperor. So this is like someone kind of laying down the law. These are the rules. And wow, here's the Tower. So possible outcome includes a blow you out of the water epiphany, blow you out of the water type of change that is a possibility for this month. And somebody being emotionally manipulative to get their way. They could say things or do things that are kind of trying to work from a place of guilting and shaming somebody. Let's take a look. But I don't like that energy at all. But there is some kind of big blow up that is a possibility, some kind of big epiphany. I feel like it's you saying, look, you know the rules. This is the deal. It feels like somebody is committed to somewhere else, to someone else, and you're like, no thanks. That's what it seems like, right? Whoa, here it's the same. It's the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and it's clarifying the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So you're like, look, you're committed elsewhere and you're distracted. You're not wanting anything serious. And I'm wanting something serious. I've done this thing in the past where it's lying, cheating, stealing, and I'm not in it. I don't want to do that. Right. This Tower moment has to do with somebody not being like they throw a tantrum or something. There's something huge that happens because this person's not ready to end this relationship. And here's that King of Pentacles. They're saying and doing whatever they can so that you will accept their offer, accept their cup of love. Whoa. All right. So I want to ask, what is it that you don't see coming? What is it that you don't see coming this month? Aside from this blow you out of the water change that is sometimes quite a surprise. But what is it that you don't see coming this month? And here's the Ace of Swords reversed. So, you know, I feel like this is, oh wow, I'm even hearing somebody coming loose in their hinges or something like that, which is an interesting way to say that. But it feels like you hear from this person and they say things that you're not expecting. It doesn't even sound like them, or you're not expecting them to say or do these things. And here's the Five of Wands. And it's reversed. And this is about not putting up a big fight around it. Saying something, it's like someone's being really aloof, but in actuality, they are angry. And here's the Nine of Cups. Here's your wish card, the energy that you don't see coming. And here's the Knight of Pentacles. This is you protecting yourself, but protecting yourself by being methodical. So it's like you might not even realize how you would react and respond to something like this. But what it looks like is you react and respond by not responding. It's like, and it's very possible that you get your wish. If you want to be with this person, this may bring them to the place where they release some other commitment. And if that's your wish, I got to say though, if your wish is for them to leave you alone, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. However, there's a lot of manipulation going on here. Someone wanting you to do what they want you to do. They're not ready for you to go. You're like, I need somebody who is committed. These are the rules. I keep hearing that. But it's like, this is the agreement. I don't want to share. Okay, so this Ace of Swords, this is like you being pretty adamant and passionate about cutting things away that don't serve you. So again, like following these rules, like you're like, this is what I want. This is the kind of relationship that I want. This is what I'm going to accept, and I'm not going to talk about anything else. This is how I want to be. This is also a Taurian card. So this is you being really strong in your own energy, but this is also strong in the way that you want things to be. You're not worried about how other people do their thing. You're concerned about your own life, how you want to live your own life. That's how you're going to do it. And talk to me about this Nine of Cups. Energy that you don't see coming this month. This is like you having to stand up for yourself and the rules that you've made for yourself. And you're doing it in a way that you're just kind of you're not engaging. This also, I will say, when you cut somebody else off, there is somebody else who's a person who comes in. Okay, this Nine of Cups. Wow, and here's the Ten of Cups reversed. You're like, you're my wish, but the thing is, if you're not going to be in a committed relationship with me, then I'm going to look for something else because that's what I want. Here's the Knight of Pentacles. This is you being methodical. And yeah, this is like you being methodical and taking your time. This person's having a freak out because you're not talking to them. Basically, this Tower moment. And unless things change, you're kind of not engaging. This would also be like not engaging with narcissistic energy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and ask for some advice for you, Taurus, this month. Advice for Taurus. I even feel like you don't even need advice. You're like, take your own advice. You're kind of on it. You know what you want, and you're not going to settle for anything less. So advice for Taurus. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's like dump out those old cups. That wish came with some things that you weren't expecting. Dump out those old wishes and revise your wish list, revise your checklist. Wow. And here's the Death card and Rebirth card. So this is like new clean cups, right? This is like a complete ending to something so something else can begin. And whatever this is that you already have your mind set on and not making any decisions, not talking, or not engaging, your advice is talking about not engaging. Wow, seriously. Release the old cups and whatever this was, not engaging. And when the Hermit is reversed for me, it is like absolutely clear your energy of energy that does not match your own. I'm also hearing energy that is toxic. So there you have it, Taurus. Let me know how that resonated, and I will talk to you soon. Do another energy check.